Oh, snap. Oh, I thought that was it. I hadn't seen that. I thought that was like a THX thing.
Sonic, software planning.
That was perfect English. Flash! Ah! Savior of the universe! Flash! Ah! He'll save every one of us! Oh, I'm too scared. It's too scary. Turn it off, Nico. I know you're just gonna add up all my audio anyway, so I can talk as much as I want. Haha.
Actually, I had no plans of doing that.
No! All my secret, terrible secrets have been revealed.
Nah, I mean, this cutscene is not exactly of the best qualities.
You remember not Legos, but the knockoffs of Legos? These,
What?
it was called Mega Bloks in the
yes.
States, but I think Europe might have had a different.
This,
you know.
yeah, that is exactly what I mean. This cutscene is incredibly ugly, and I actually like this game. And this is a late intro, but we're playing Shining Wisdom.
I mean, as you can see, there's the Shining, and I'm certain someone's wise.
Not
The
really.
only thing I'm confused about, like, so why is it called Shining Wisdom then?
It's part of a long-running RPG series.
Oh, right.
And
Just
all
like
of the
just like the Tales of series, where they just like said any word that they wanted after Tales of.
exactly.
It sounded cool.
Exactly. Now, I brought you here partially because this is
Me.
well, yes, and this game, even though it says Sonic Software Planning, it's made by the same people who created Golden Sun.
Ah, the Camelot crew.
Yes, they were later renamed Camelot Software
Right.
Planning after they left Sega. But
Software planning implies that they don't actually program anything; they just plan what will be done.
yeah, it was a weird name. It was a weird name, especially since they were actually the ones making these games. But yeah, I chose the default name for the character. I regretted it afterwards because I came up with a much better one. And I'm probably gonna be referring to our main character as such from now on.
Wake up! The Inciting Incident Festival is today.
Exactly. No, I was thinking of calling him Yosuke from Girl-chan in Paradise.
There you go, because he attacks everything.
Head on! And we're gonna learn about that very soon. It is going to be the only tutorial that this game provides.
Is it actually going to say head on?
Well, no, but that's what we're gonna do throughout the entire game, trust me. It's the best.
Also, I am completely seeing that this was made by Camelot.
These, yeah.
What?
This character, the CG character models, and like the way they jump up and down whenever they speak, so you know who's talking.
And the way they like say something, walk a few steps for no reason, and then say something else,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're not just sitting there reading. And the way they all, yeah, everything about it is very, very reminiscent. Although it's slightly higher res, isn't it, than the original Golden Sun?
It is because it's on the Saturn,
Yeah.
but not by much, honestly.
It's not
first of all-
visually better, it's just higher resolution.
Yeah, first of all, what we're gonna do is adjust some things in the menu. You always want to use the translucent because it actually helps with certain puzzles. And then we want to turn to dark, because I fucking hate the JRPG blue they used in every single game in these times.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can adjust whatever color you want. Just don't want it to be blue. And the game
You just hate the Smurfs. I know.
Here we can assign a sword and an item. Items are used with A. Weapons are used with C, and B is for something we're not gonna...
And you just murdered your grandpa.
Exactly. This is Accelerate. Accelerate is used by pressing either the X, Y, Z, or B button repeatedly, and then charging at things.
That's kind of cool.
It is a central mechanic of Shining Wisdom, and it's used in conjunction with many, 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 many things.
It's like a powered-up Pegasus boots.
Well, a little bit, except that it like applies to almost everything that you do in this game.
Right. It's a more complex and powered-up Pegasus boots. It's
pretty
neat.
much.
I like it.
And it also makes you walk faster, which is why you always want to use it. It also, like I said, you take everything head on in this game, which means if you're running and you happen to run into something, that thing is going to receive damage. You are also going to get damaged as well, but well, they're also going to die. In general, you kind of don't want to waste time attacking enemies, because the moment the screen moves, they respawn.
So, I wasn't really paying attention to all the dialogue. Is there some crisis that we have giant mantises and pigmen every step of the way? And
Just
death itself?
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's just how it is. This is just how it is in the land of wherever it is.
You know, you're walking to go get some milk from the store, and you gotta fight a horde of pigmen and a Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep coming back. Don't worry about it.
I really, really like... First off, I like music. It's actually kind of Kirby-esque.
Yeah, like the music is very much of like the Yester era from when this was released. In the way that instead of using pre-recorded audio, they did everything with chiptunes. And that becomes very apparent when there are many sound effects overlapping on top of each other. When some of them just start missing, but it's not a big issue.
I just keep whenever I see this, I just think of Inciting Incident Festival.
It's gonna be a little bit before the Inciting Incident.
I know, but this is where they tell us that I heard that monsters are coming back.
Oh, tell me about it. I've seen them come back several times, with, just moving the screen slightly forward and backwards.
For some reason, if you walk past this point, they just come back to life. It's crazy.
As crazy as this lady. Everybody's just ignoring her.
She's like the lady from the beginning of... This is the backstory for the lady from the beginning of Divinity 2. This is why she hated the world so much and wanted to summon the Source Beings.
Yeah, just nobody listened.
Yeah, she tried to warn them. And she was driven mad by their nonchalance.
Not interested.
So let me guess. You're gonna be the one who talks to her because you can't talk, so you can't tell her that you're not interested.
Yeah.
Well, I do doubt your vision because you did just fall on your face.
Very vertically.
Yeah.
There are, it should be noted right now that this game is so obviously a Genesis game that was ported over last minute to the Saturn. Because I feel that if this was made for the Saturn from ground up, there would have been a lot more animation. Nah.
The yes/no.
Yes.
Camelot, you're at it again. No, but this music just really does make me think of Kirby.
Mm-hmm. It's very
Because
the jeans.
Oh my God!
There are
The jeans.
The jeans. And
Those comfortable jeans.
This game, unlike Golden Sun, does not have a limited inventory. Thankfully. And the best thing to keep is the one thing that you always want to have is herbs. Like, you cannot go wrong with herbs. Herbs are important.
Well, yeah, in an action game, healing items are much less likely to just be stockpiled.
Like, you want to get herbs because herbs are important. They go with honey lattes, and you can never have too many. And you also don't quite find enough in the dungeons and what have you. So yeah, just always stockpile on them whenever you can. There's too bad there isn't an option for you to just be like, I want this many. Instead, you have
you have to do it one at a time.
It's
like, do you want another one? Yes. Do you want another one? Yes. Do you want another one? Yes.
The fire gene. But yeah, that's like one thing that I wish was changed. Especially at one point when you get when I grind for money and get like 99 herbs.
Wait, what? The giant Sega?
Yes. This game has a lot of weird references in it.
So it's sort of like lots of Nintendo games where they're like, your console. Oh no, I was gonna say your console is like. Oh yes, but your console is a secret item from this game. Ooh, you know.
But this game goes way beyond that. But yeah, like for example, right here we had a reference to blast processing.
Because that's what Sega does. The Nintendo don't.
That Nintendo don't, and like there was the Sega Giant.
Segata Sanshiro.
Mm-hmm. And there are more, but I don't dare to spoil.
Now I just have the song going through my head.
This is a really devilishly catchy song.
Jeez, they're really like going for it with this soundtrack too. Like, it's not short loops at all.
No, actually, that's like his
gosh.
face is always. That's like the one character who's not really all that important, but he gets a portrait anyway. But his portrait is the only one that's really off and ugly. All the other ones are actually pretty recognizable and nicely designed, and this guy is just plain goofy.
They all kind of look non-human though. They definitely look elvish or something. Like the guy's ears definitely.
Yeah.
Not human.
I'm not sure if they are. I'm pretty sure they're not elves actually, because there are elves in this game and they look a little bit different.
Well, maybe they're dwarves then, and that would explain why they're all stubby.
Why they're all chibis.
See, their ears are all not human ears. Or maybe it's just like the fashion at the time, like some places they like space out their neck or whatever, that's what the fashion is here. Sometimes I feel like...
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, sometimes I feel like spacing out your neck would feel good for a few seconds, like as your neck stops compressing, it cricks out, and then it would feel terrible. Yeah, for
the rest of your life.
Yes.
But yeah, this is one of the moments where this game goes like, yeah, let's make this as unnecessarily complicated as possible to get into the throne room. But thankfully, I more or less have the right idea of where to actually go, because I spent like half an hour on my first go.
Yeah. It's like, this is actually a very large area where you'll spend a lot of time later, so there's lots of ways to go, but they're just gonna have like
No, there's actually you will spend some time, but there isn't really much of a reason for you to familiarize yourself with. Here is an important thing. The guide for this game is pretty fucking horrible. I mean the guy on the GameFAQs, because that area over there, the guide tells you that you can go down there and get the Angel Wing. Now, Angel Wing is an item that lets you return to the beginning of an area. It's like return from Golden
Escape
Sun.
rope.
Yeah, escape
Or
rope.
escape rope.
Yeah, exactly. And the guide is basically like, oh, but you go into this place and there is no exit, so like you just have to use the Angel Wing that you got right here. Not true. As you saw right there, you just walk out.
Oh, so the person like didn't.
The person did not guess to move downwards. The only direction you can actually go.
Hey man, maybe Aaron wrote that guide.
Probably. No, I'm not sleepy.
So,
this is the inciting
died. We're a dude with some Night Father who died, and now we're gonna be a knight.
Yes,
basically.
we basically got the easy way into the castle. Also, we're obviously a main hero because we have a cape, and our hair color is incredibly inconsistent with maybe. And here is an actual elf. See, the ears are way more. And here is our hair color.
But in the portrait, the ears are round.
No, that was actually us.
Oh, even though our hair color is not that hair color.
That's what I meant. That like the first time I played this game, I was like, oh, so this is this guy.
Who is that? Why is he doing that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who is that? Why is his hair color different now?
I was gonna say, so that's some sort of enchanted fog that made people go to sleep, I guess?
Yes. And we do not get affected by it because of our main character ancestry.
Yeah, because we're the protagonists.
Exactly.
Protagonists.
Now, interesting little thing about the way this game is presented in case of certain effects. You see how the ghosts are transparent, right?
Yes.
Now, on the Saturn, there was a lot of issues when it came to actually doing transparency for things like shadows and what have you. So they were usually achieved by some weird tricks. And in case of this one, it's like layering over. It's like layering the environment on top of something else.
Okay.
And that kind of fails the moment you have a text box or a menu screen layered on top of it. It just disappears.
You only have so many layers.
Yeah, they can only have so many layers. Which I believe that if this was actually designed for the Saturn from the very beginning, they would have actually just made more layers. Because Saturn could definitely handle it. But because this was made for the Genesis in the first place, they had like...
Oh, the herb autocasts?
Well,
you got your full health back again. Does the herb autocast?
Oh no, you just use it.
Oh, you just timed it well.
Yeah,
got it.
You can like they actually give you quite a few hits within each one of those.
Your cute little squeal.
Yes.
I was gonna say the way you swing your sword is really annoying, though. I like a lot of things about this game. That little stab.
The stab is the worst. This is like I love this game, but the first hour or so really wanted me like I really wanted to just not play it afterwards. But it gets immediately better afterwards.
Yeah,
and this is the only case of our character talking. or just like receiving some sort of a message. It never happens ever again. Or like thinking to himself, or like some fourth wall breaking.
Like the there's no narrator who's like, this is the map. It helps you do this and that, you know.
Yeah, there is no like, if you get another item ever again, it's just like you found this. Just like no tutorial, no information, and this is also why you avoid enemies for the most part, because they can stun lock you.
It's not an RPG in the sense that you don't level from fighting them, right?
Exactly, which is another reason why I wanted you to witness this. This is a lot like Link to the Past, as you can probably see.
I've been noticing.
Mm-hmm.
But except for they took the part that makes it so special, the sword swings, feeling so good. Well, the controls feeling so good, and they mucked it up a little bit. Although I do really like the like I said, the whole charge. Head on.
The charge head on is very useful, especially considering how they balance the whole game in general. Because, like I said, you don't really want to fight most of the enemies. I only do that at the beginning to, like, you know, give you the idea why not to, when it's still like feasible to do so.
When you wouldn't just die from being swarmed, yeah.
Yeah. And like the sword is the worst weapon you get in this entire game. No contest there. I really feel they should have made the swings larger, or like, or something like that, because it just does not connect very well.
So.
And this is one of the very nice things that they do. There is no way to actually miss this thing unless you use the Angel Wing. And now our life is extended.
I was just about to ask, like, why did it go from that way? That's like, there's no way to get past it then, but now I know.
Exactly, and each time, and usually each time there is a pitfall like that, if you fail, like in the future, whenever there is a puzzle or like some timed section where you have to go through a falling floor, because there are a lot of those, or any pitfall of any kind, they just have stairs upstairs right next to it, so you can you never lose too much progress even if you keep failing.
He's about to take court-martialed for falling asleep on duty.
Oh, he would if the game would actually let me pick my my choices. No. No.
No way. He's only you egg. Nothing happened, right? Yeah.
See, just like I said.
No coercion here. Ooh. An audience with the king? Better go do your hair.
Yeah, better do my inconsistent hair. And by the way, even though our character has like has red hair in his sprite and like some like orange-ish hair in his character portrait, on the cover art they actually put him in a helmet.
In the intro cutscene, what was it? I don't remember.
In the intro cutscene, he wasn't even there.
Oh, so the person who the ghosts were speaking to wasn't this person.
It was a princess.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't look.
They are all Lego people.
I was gonna say I really like using fire for health because it looks cool and it's almost always used for magic. But since it's clearly labeled as life, you know what it is, and it's just kind of an original pick.